to part B of our 1386 Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have arrived here in our main household with the Arundel family, and as you can see, we are here with Elmira. She's just going ahead and grabbing herself a little bit of a bite to eat. We are going to let her get some of her needs taken care of. She is feeling a little bit hungry here, and then we are going to take her up and let her just give her little one a little bit of a feed, because we are needing to take care of the little ones. We are in our third trimester, just waiting on her to go ahead and go into labor. We have basically picked up right where we left off in our last episode. Xavier is just going to the washroom, and Florence is dealing with a little bit of gardening. She's trying to get a little bit of this weeding done, but as we know, these plants never get weeded. You can weed them all day long, but they just never get weeded. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know. It's a glitch. It's just a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and we are going to send Elmira up to give Can a little bit of a feed here, and let her go ahead and take care of Can. Alexandru is feeling pretty good as far as his needs go. He does look like he is needing some bladder needs, but as we know, Can would just go in his diaper, and then Mom will have to change him. And I am gonna go ahead and let everyone kind of get a little bit of rest. It is about 1:29 a.m. It's really early, so they do need to get themselves a little bit of sleep. So I am going to go ahead and queue up for them to just get some rest, because it is the middle of the night here, and we will allow them to just rest a little bit before we get started with our day. And then hopefully we'll go into labor with Elmira, and we will see a little one be born. We are, of course, hoping for another little boy, because we do need a spare. We can't have any more children after this one, because then our household is going to be full. So we are just going to hope for a little boy and see how that goes. All right, Florence, go ahead and get yourself into bed here, honey. So obviously we won't be having any more children in the house after this one until Florence has grown up and been married off. So that's kind of how that's going to go down, or until we sell the horse, I guess. What is wrong with you, Can? Can is just feeling a little bit sad because you are tired. Well, why don't you go ahead and go to sleep, Can? Just go to sleep. All right, everyone is just going to get a little bit of much needed rest now. We love that for them. Alexandru is such a happy baby. He's woken up feeling in a really happy mood, and everyone else in the house is sleeping, but Alexandru is awake. It does look like Elmira has gone into labor. We are going to get her up, and we're going to let her have her baby. Obviously, Xavier is a little bit panicked about this. He is like, oh my God, we're having a little one. She's like, yeah, it's going to be okay. And he's like, I really do hope so. So we are going to find out what it is we're having. Hopefully we will have a successful labor here. So we are going to go ahead and see how it goes. And they had a girl. So we are just going to open up the wheel for baby names, and we are going to see about girl names, and we will give that a spin. So let's go ahead and open up that and give that a spin and see what we're going to name this little girl.
Amy.
We are going to name this little girl Amy. Amy Arundel. And it is a single birth. As we know, we only have room for one baby in the household. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to roll the dice for Mom and baby. We are going to see what they get as far as if they're going to survive or not. As we know, Mom can't roll a 1, and baby can't roll baby needs to roll an odd 8, 10, or 20 to survive. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice, and we're going to roll for Mom. And Mom rolls, oh my God. Are you kidding? Oh. Xavier, your luck is just not the greatest when it comes to wives. Okay, so Mom is going to die. We will plead for her, and hopefully she will be able to live. And let's roll for Amy. Amy rolls a 1 and survives because it is an odd number. So Amy is going to live. Let's go ahead and put Amy on the timeline. It is Wednesday, and so we'll put Amy Arundel here. And then we will put Amy on our timeline under Mom. So Amy Arundel is the daughter of Xavier and Elmira. She is the 5th generation female. We are currently in July of 1386. Baby is alive. Baby is British Arabic descent. And baby is a single birth. And let me just update this. All right. Let's go ahead, and I guess we're going to have to take care of Mom. So sad. All right, so we are going to kill Mom, and then we will age up the little one. Let's go ahead and we will kill Mom first and plead for her. We are going to... let's do, she's feeling very flirty. Let's do, I don't suppose it matters. Let's do death by laughter, and we'll go ahead and kill her. And Xavier's feeling neat. I mean, sure, you can feel neat, but first, can you come up here and plead for your wife? Because honestly, your wife just died, Xavier, and I know you're cleaning and things, but like, can we come plead for your wife? Where did the Grim go? I saw him standing there. There he is. Okay, what is really going on? Okay, he's coming in here now. Let's get you in here to plead. Plead for Elmira. Florence is like, what are you doing in my house? And Xavier's like, please don't take another one of my wives. Please, I beg you. And Grim was like, okay, I'll spare you this time. Since I've already stolen one of your wives, I'll let you keep this one. So he has saved this wife's life. Thank God. We get Elmira back. Wow, you literally just saved my life. Words can't even begin to describe how grateful I am. Really, I won't forget this. Elmira has been brought back to life. Xavier's impassioned pleas to the Grim Reaper must have worked. Thank God. Because honestly, if she had died too, I don't know what that would have done to me. Honestly. Angela Idrisi has gone into labor, so we will be going to see Angela. But let's first go ahead and go over here, and we're going to age up Amy. And now that, you know, we have thankfully gone ahead and saved our wife, let's go ahead and we will age up our little one. And Potatoes has reached level 8 temperament. We love that. This horse is getting to be such a great horse. And Amy is going to be a Taurus. The typical Taurus is strong-willed and determined. That can often mean being determined to have a good time. They get along with other Taurus and are attracted to Aries and Libra. They don't match with Virgo or Cancer. And let's hop into Cass with little Amy and give her her makeover. and her photo for the family tree. Okay, so Amy is an intense infant. She's also the only infant we have that has black hair that took after her mom. We are going to just go ahead and give her her makeover and then get her photo for the family tree. There's little Amy Arundel. Let's get her photo and let's jump into the game. We are going to go see Angela Idrissi because she is in labor and we're going to let her have her baby. Okay, so we have arrived here at the Idrissi home. This is Angela. She is in labor. We are going to go ahead and let her have her little one. Hopefully she can get into the house and give birth. So let's go ahead and go in here with her and see her give birth to her little one. She's so tiny and short. She's just so precious. Let's go ahead though and let her have her little one. She's like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was going to be so painful. And they have had a son, the first heir of the family, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and we are going to open up the wheel for male names and we will give that a spin.
Mathis.
And we are going to name their son Mathis Idrissi. And it is a single birth. We are going to go ahead and we are going to roll the dice for mom and baby and see how they fare. As we know, mom can't roll a 1. Baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. So let's roll the dice. Mom gets a 19 and survives. Baby gets a 1 and survives. Okay, we are on a roll with the babies right now. Let's go ahead and add baby to the timeline. So we have Mathis Idrissi, son of Suhail and Angela. This is the 6th generation male. We are in July of 1386. This baby is alive and I believe she is British, so we are of British Arabic descent and it is a single birth. And then on our timeline we will add Mathis Idrissi. Wonderful. So let's go ahead and age up little Mathis and get his photo for the family tree. All right, Mom, go ahead and feed your little one.
Bausu forbe. Stumse galarga. Pifa now.
So he was like, you gave me a son. And she's like, I did give you a son. And he's like, oh, honey, that's so wonderful. And she's like, I'm so glad that you're pleased. And he's like, I am pleased. We have an heir.
Oh, Mitzel. Oh. Oh. What's that?
Oh, and so Hill's gone out and acquired the archery skill. We love that for him. He's just gaining skills left and right. That is fantastic. So she's going to go ahead and age up little Mathis now. Mathis is also a Taurus. And let's go ahead and see Mathis age up into an infant. And then Mathis gets blonde hair like Mom. We will hop into Cass and give him his makeover. Look at her kiss Suhail. She's so in love with him. The first of 12.
very noi.
He is a calm infant, so let's go ahead and give him his makeover and then get his photo for the family tree. Alright, so there is little Mathis, and we are just going to get his photo, and let's hop back into the game. Alright, so we are just going to go ahead and let her get some food cooking here, because it does look like they are feeling a bit hungry. And so I think that she probably should make a little bit of something. I can get her to make a little bit of cheese and bread, and then I'm going to have her to get some onion soup cooking up, and then we will go ahead and have some food going in the family here so that they have things that they can eat, because she's definitely getting pretty hungry. I don't know about him. How are your needs? No, he's doing okay. So as we know, they do need to have 12 children. They have just had one of the 12 children, so we are well on our way. We definitely need to continue trying with them, so we will continue doing that. They have lots more children to go. We don't have any birthdays on the agenda for this portion of July, August, or September. There are no birthdays. We do have some birthdays for October, November, and December that we will be getting through, so that is going to be fantastic. Why don't you go ahead and grab yourself a serving of that soup, love, because you are feeling a little bit peckish there. I'm going to go ahead and have him grab a little bit of food as well, and then he can go on and use the washroom. Maybe you can come out and scatter some feed for the chickens as well. And, oh, I don't know. You know, there's no garden in this place. Maybe we'll get them to, maybe I can get her to go foraging, and they can start to plant a little bit of a garden here at this house. Mathis is like, why am I laying in the floor? All right, Suhail, you can't go into there? He's like, no, there's no gate. Okay, fine. Why don't you go out and, actually, I'll give you a gate so you can get into here. That is not a problem. Which should I do? Let's do this one. And then you can go in and scatter some feed. There we go. And then when she gets back, you can go hunting. Or now, I guess. And Renata has gone into labor, so we will go see Renata when they get back home here. So there is some parsley that she can do, and an apple, and we will just put the things here in the fridge. I'm just going to get her to come out here and do a little bit of planting. She's feeling terrified from her little journey out into the woods foraging, which is maybe not ideal, but she's a little bit of a scaredy cat. So we'll just get her to plant these things, and then we'll go see Renata Arundel and let her have her baby. He is obviously out hunting currently. Hopefully he'll come home with a little bit of meat, which will be good. We're coming, Renata. We're coming. And they'll be able to use that to cook with, because she is starting to get her cooking skill up. So we do want them obviously going ahead and getting a little bit of more cooking skill and being able to cook things for their family. So that will be fantastic if he comes home with a little bit of meat that they can use for their meals. Oh, Abby McGrath has also gone into labor. Wonderful. All right, so he has come home with a chicken, a pheasant, and a duck. And let's go see Renata Arundel.
Oh. Oh.
Bernardo. Adiva.
What is that? Oh, the fruit. Zephyr. Unga.
All right, let's go ahead and give Adiva a little bit of a feed. Obviously, she has survived and Bernardo has not. We will go on and we will feed her. She's like, I am not hungry. Okay, we'll give her a bit of a rock and then we will age her up here and we will get her makeover. We're coming, Abby. All right, age up little Adiva. And Adiva is also a Taurus. She got red hair like her daddy. And let's hop into Cass with her and give her her makeover. Okay, so Adiva is a calm infant. We are just going to give her her makeover and then we will get her photo and then we're going to hop over and see Abby McGrath. Alright, so there is little Adiva Arundel aged up to an infant. Let's go see Abby McGrath now and let her have her little one. Okay, we have arrived here with Abby McGrath. We are just going to go upstairs with her and let her have her baby. And this is the last child that this family is going to have. It doesn't, I don't think, really matter if they have a girl or a boy. They have multiples of each. So we are just going to let them obviously have whatever it is that they're going to have. And we're just going to hope that they have a healthy birth. It is a girl. So we are going to open up the wheel for girl names and give that a spin. And we are going to name this little one Laurentia. So Laurentia McGrath, and it is a single birth. We are going to go ahead and roll the dice for mom and baby. As we know, mom can't get a 1, and baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. So for mom, we're going to roll. She gets a 12 and survives. Baby gets a 5 and survives. So we are going to pull up our timeline and go ahead and edit that. So we have Laurentia McGrath, daughter of Peter and Abby. She is the 5th generation female. We are currently still in August of 1386. She is alive. They are of British descent and a single birth. And Laurentia McGrath. We are just going to go ahead and age up little Laurentia now and get her makeover and photo for the family tree. Can you go ahead and feed your little one?
Oh, Voby.
She's like, sure I can. Wonderful. We love that. Go ahead and age her up now, Abby. Abby is so happy she just had a new baby, and we love that for her. And she has reached parenting level 2. Laurentia is going to be a Taurus as well. We love that so much. She has black hair like her daddy. Let's go ahead and hop into cast with her and do her makeover. So she is a sensitive infant, and let's go ahead and do her makeover and get her photo for the family tree. There is Laurentia McGrath, and let's go ahead and hop back into the game. Okay, so we are here with the McGrath family. They have a lot of children, okay? A lot. We have literally just had our last little one of this family, but they have Lily, who it seems is up here in her bed. Oh no, she's not. She's back here talking to the plants. Okay, we love that for her. They have Anissa, who is up here in the bed playing imaginary. I don't really know. They have Bentley, and they have David, and they have Hardin. All the boys are just down here playing together. And then we have, obviously, Laurentia, who is doing some tummy time with mom. I absolutely love that they are doing tummy time already. She's like, I've got to get these kids really started out right. And she's just automatically going in with the tummy time with her and getting them started at a really young age. We already have a meat and potato pie down here for the family in case they get hungry, which is fantastic. And we have Peter down here who is just cleaning away. He is feeling super confident because he is, you know, he's got himself a pretty pretty decent family going on. And he's like, this is all working out really, really well. He is really just quite pleased with himself, if he's being honest. And we love that for him. So things are really, really doing well here in the McGrath home. They are really, really blessed. They have gotten on really well. Yes, Peter had gone to war and he came back, but things are good. And, you know, he is like, I am, you know, I'm really blessed to have such a wonderful family, and to have been blessed with so many sons. And so he's just feeling really lucky overall. And I think that is wonderful that things are going so well for this family, that they're growing like they have, and that they have so many children that are still living. We don't have, you know, that's not necessarily always the case. And the fact that, you know, this is the case for this family it bodes well. I just like it so much. With that being said, it looks like she wants to actually do a little bit of cross stitching, which is fantastic. I love that. But it looks like Genevieve Petechia has gone into labor, so we're going to go head over to see Genevieve Petechia now and let her give birth to her little one. Okay, so we have arrived here in the Petechia home. We are just going to allow Genevieve to give birth to her little one. We are hoping that things go well with her. She's like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, Genevieve, let's go have your baby. Otis is sweaty and miserable. Is this a sure sign that he dislikes fitness? I mean, you can dislike fitness. The poor guy. But let's go and have our baby, because obviously that desperately needs to take place. So Genevieve is going to go and have her baby right here in the kitchen. Clearly she couldn't even wait to get upstairs. So we're going to have our baby right here in the middle of the kitchen.
Oh, the scoofa.
She's like, oh my gosh. And they have had a girl. So let's open up the wheel for girl names and let's give that a spin.
Barbetta.
And we are going to name this little one Barbetta Petechia. And it is a single birth. We are currently in September. So we are going to roll the dice for mom and baby and see how they fare. Let's go ahead and do that. Mom can't roll a 1. Baby needs an odd 8, 10, or 20. So let's roll for mom. Mom gets a 9 and survives. And Barbetta gets a 2 and is not going to make it. Okay, Barbetta. Well, we hate that for you. All right, so if we go to our timeline, we can go ahead and add this information that Barbetta Petechia has died. And on the info tab under Genevieve, where are you, honey? There you are. Barbetta. Daughter of Otis and Genevieve. She was the 6th generation female in September of 1386. She is deceased in September of 1386. She was British German descent, stillborn, and a single birth. All right, they do still have lots of baby tries, this family, so we will continue to have them trying for babies, but we are going to have to take this little one away from mom. All right, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to head over to our main household now, and we're going to check in on them. We are, like I said, in September. We're in the last portion of this part of the first portion of the second part, right before we head over into October and start having some birthdays. So we are just going to go check in on our main household. All of the children are really, really upset to have just lost a sibling. Obviously, Genevieve is mourning the loss of her stillborn child as well. Everyone is just really feeling that loss. But we are going to go head over into our main household now and check in on them. Okay, so we have arrived back in the main household. As you can see, Florence is just playing a little bit of chess. We absolutely love that. Let's go ahead and check in with everyone else and see how they're doing. Once again, I've lost control of my Sims. I'm not sure why it does that. It's like halfway through the episode, I lose control of my Sims, which is really annoying. But we do need to go ahead and feed our little ones. So I am just going to get her to come over here and give them a bit of a feed. So let's go ahead and feed Alexandru. Hot daydreaming. He's hot daydreaming about Halima. You need to stop hot daydreaming about Halima. You are married to Elmira. Xavier, what is really going on? Alright, let's go ahead and get her to feed Amy as well while she's up here. Amy is a picky eater. Okay, well, I mean, how can you be picky about being breastfed? She's like, I don't want it. Okay, fine. Fine. So these two, father and daughter, are just in here playing a little bit of chess together. We absolutely love to see this bonding experience with them. As we know, they were not very close in the beginning because he was away at war and Florence didn't really have a chance to know him all that well. But it does seem that their relationship is growing and I absolutely love that for them. And that is amazing. Elmira's just come out to play in the pond a little bit and I mean, I guess that's good. Xavier is going to need to come out and do a little bit of cleaning of the shed and cleaning of the coop because things are really, really dirty here in the house, out here on the farm. So I am going to have to get him out here doing a little bit of things. So we definitely will get him out here tending to some of the chores here on the farm. And then that will clean up some things and he'll do his duties. Because, you know, Elmira is taking care of the inside and the babies and things of that nature. And Xavier always tends to the farm and he rather enjoys it. He loves, you know, tending to these things. He grew up here. He grew up on a farm in a farm setting. You know, everyone in the Arundel family has for as long as we can remember. That's the way they have grown up. And I mean, albeit this is a larger farm than, you know, than they've had in most of their lives. And he, you know, he's kind of made a bit of a growth than we're used to. But he's pretty well to do these days as opposed to where we kind of started from. But this is the life he knows. This is the life he loves. And so he is really enjoying taking care of his home. Oh, now Elmira's up here playing some chess. Okay, we love that. I am just going to, if this continues to do this whole throwing everybody's needs into one, I am just going to have to probably exit the game and then come back in and finish the episode out because it has glitched out on me for some reason and that's quite annoying. So we'll see how it goes, but I can't seem to control my Sims and all of their needs are kind of going together here. So that's really difficult to kind of play with them doing that. And I'm not sure why it keeps doing it, but it is a thing that it is doing, definitely. Throw this away. All right, perfect. It's basically like I just have to watch them play, and I can't control them. Like, that's basically what's going on right now. Like, it's just doing what it wants to do. So I think I will try to fix this, and I will be back. Okay, so we have arrived back in the family home, and we are just going to go ahead and start getting everyone ready for bed. It is getting kind of late, and it is almost October of 1386, and we are in October of 1386 going to be doing some birthdays so that we can see how our Sims are going to fare. So I am just going to go ahead and get everyone into bed here. It is just about 11 o'clock at night. Everyone seems to be in a fairly decent mood. It is All Fool's Day currently. They're not going to probably do well on this holiday just because they didn't really get up to very much mischief, and that was because I wasn't able to control them. But that seems to be a little bit better now that I have restarted the game. But we are now in October of 1386 officially. We do have some birthdays that we need to get underway here. We have to roll for Esma Petechia, Finn Arundel, and Bryce Arundel. They are all three aging up into children. We are just going to be giving them a roll to find out if they are going to be aging up or not. I think that I am going to probably not jump over into them and do their makeovers on screen like I normally do. I will probably just roll for them, and then all right, so for Esme Petechia, Finn Arundel, and Bryce Arundel, they can't roll a 4 or a 13. So we do have our dice up on the screen. We are just going to go ahead and give a roll for that. So for Esma, we're going to go ahead and roll. She rolls a 2 and survives. Finn rolls an 8 and survives. And Bryce rolls a 5 and survives. All three of them are going to age up and get another 28 days. We are going to go ahead and put them on the timeline where they need to age up. So they will be becoming teens here. And I will go ahead and get them aged up to children. Maybe I will actually go ahead and do their age ups. I was just going to do that at the end, but maybe I will just do that at the end, and we'll continue on, and I'll show you what they look like at the end. So Esma, Finn, and Bryce, I will give their makeovers, and then at the end of the episode I will show you what they look like. But we are just going to continue on with our family here, and we'll let them get a little bit of rest, and then we will see what they want to get up to after they wake. It does look like Can is starting to feel a little bit hungry, so I am going to get Elmira up to give her a little bit of a feed. And our chickens, oh my gosh. Okay, Xavier, you're going to have to come and repair this sink. And you are going to come and you're going to give Can a little bit of a... Where is Can? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get Can and bring her inside. Go get your daughter. So we'll go get her to go get Can, and then we'll have her feed Can, because Can has been left in the middle of the island all by her lonesome. I don't know why when there's more than one infant, they just yeet them out into the middle of the world there like that. Like, it doesn't make much sense to me, but we're gonna send Elmira out to go get her daughter. This is ridiculous. And we're going to have Xavier come and fix the sink, and then we'll have him come down, and obviously he's going to need to check on the animal situation. It looks like we have a coop that needs to be cleaned up, so he is going to have to do a little bit of chores here in the house because clearly that needs to be taken care of. So we'll, you know, have him do the coop, and then he can deal with potatoes a little bit, and you are just going to go and take care of Can. So I don't know. I don't know why this child has been left out here. If you remember when Florence was little, they used to leave her out here all the time, and we used to have to constantly have to send Diana and Roger out to go get Florence. So this is the thing. This is definitely a thing. Like, just leaving her out here by the dock is something that we will definitely see until they age up. So it's, I mean, it's not ideal. I don't really know what the deal is with it, but it is definitely a thing. So we'll get her to go inside with her little one, and then we will have her give her a little bit of a feed. All right, Florence, how are you doing? She's like, I'm doing great. I'm just going to go talk to Papa. Okay, well, I mean, that's wonderful if you want to do that, but honestly, like, your dad really needs to be doing some chores. So I really wish that you wouldn't kind of mess with him. So there's that. All right, so we have officially made it home with Can, thank goodness. We are just going to make sure that she takes care of her and she gives her a little bit of a feed here. We want her taking care of Can. We want her to make sure that she's fed. Obviously, Elmira is feeling quite hungry herself, so we will have to make sure that she gets herself a little bit to eat here, and that she obviously grabs herself a serving of some kind of food. We'll maybe do a little bit of pottage here, so we love that. Xavier has gone ahead and collected the eggs out of the coop, which is fantastic. There were 10 eggs in the coop. Wow, that's quite a lot. There's a poor egg, hatchable quality, but it's poor, so I'm just gonna sell it. Are you gonna feed this little one or what? Perfect. All right, so she's just giving her a little bit of a feed, which is fantastic because she was definitely needing that. It does look like the other ones are going to need to be fed as well. So we do have Amy, who is needing to be fed. At some point, we will need to get Alexander fed. It does look like he also has a dirty diaper on, so I'm going to get maybe Xavier to come up and change his diaper. But we're going to just do a little bit of baby care here. After she gets herself some food, we'll get her to come up and take care of all of these babies. Everyone needs a feed. You know, it did take her quite some time to go and grab Can off of the beach. So she wasted a significant amount of time doing all of that. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is. We are currently heading into November of 1386. The year's just flying by. Look at her. She's like, oh my God, I was starving to death. You know she's a glutton, so anytime she misses a meal, she's just really not happy about it. But we're just going to have him come up. He's going to change Alexandru here. Why are you taking him down? He's like, well, because he's hungry and... Okay, well... We love that. Alright, you can go ahead and feed the little ones. I don't know why you took him out of his bed so he can not get fed, but put him back so that Mom can give him a feed next. We're just gonna feed these little ones. He's like, I want to be fed. Why did you put me back in this damn crib? It's fine, it's fine. Mom's coming to give you a feed, and then we will let her go to the loo. All right, Xavier, you also need to go to the washroom. Florence, though, is outside doing a little bit of archery skill. We love that for her. She's getting some skill boosting in and learning how to, you know, she's just getting well-rounded here, and I am thrilled for her for this. are you taking care of the other one? She's like, no. No, I'm not. One baby at a time, but I have forgotten about the fact that, you know, he needs to be fed. I needed to go to the bathroom. Yeah, except you didn't go to the bathroom. You did, but it didn't work. So there's that. Put that baby in the bed and feed Alexandru. She's like, I'll feed him while I go to the loo. I mean, I don't know that that is actually how that works, but... Alas, dear reader, I am bored as of late. The season stumbles along, and whisperings of the tongue have all but been silenced. Gossip these days is in short supply. In fact, this author can think of no event that even merits a mention. Okay, well, you know, I was really hoping or really thinking that we were going to see some scandal happening as far as with our Sims, in the fact that Archibald von Schwan and Carlie had that baby out of wedlock. I know she moved in with him, but I figured it would still cause a little bit of scandal where Lady Whistledown was concerned, and we've not heard a peep about that. So I'm kind of disappointed about that. Speaking of Carlie, let's go and check in on that family and see how they're doing. Okay, so we have arrived here in the von Schwan residence, and as you can see, Carlie is here, and we have Archibald here. He is feeling really, really happy. He's loving that he's at home. We also have Carlie feeling really, really happy. She is happy because she's being near the one she loves. I think that also Yasmina's feeling pretty happy. I was concerned that Yasmina was not going to like the fact that the humans had moved in, but I think that overall she is kind of you know, okay with the plan that things have come the way that, like, full circle like they have. Like, I think she has really I don't know. I think she has really accepted this family into their home, and she understands how Archibald feels. You know, these two have opted to never marry, but they don't follow the rules of, you know, maybe human standards, but they are still, you know, passionate Sims. They do still feel love, and they still want what's best for, you know, themselves. They still want a companion and things like that. And so, you know, Yasmina understands that they would want to be in a relationship with someone, that they would want, you know, that Archibald would want children and would want to carry on his line and things like that. And so she can understand how he could get caught up with Carlie and things like that. And so, you know, she's understanding and how he's kind of feeling right now where Carlie is concerned. And so she's like, I don't hold anything against you, brother. Like, I know that you don't want to enter into a human marriage and things like that, but I can understand how you would want to spend your life with someone. And so she is, you know, definitely understanding of that. And I think she also is loving the fact that she's got some, you know, like, she loves her nephew, and she is, you know, liking these little children being around. Are you not going to come and take care of this little child, or what? I was gonna have her give him some tummy time, but she didn't do that. She's gonna go and give Godfrey a little bit of a bath. So as you can see, Carlie and Archibald have gone and had themselves a little bit of a woohoo. They decided that, you know, they needed to have a little bit of intimacy. Carlie is not sure if that's going to lead to anything, but she has, you know, they have gone ahead and had a little bit of a woohoo here. And so we will see if that is going to result in anything. I don't know if it will, but we will find out if it does. I don't think they have another bathroom in this house. Yeah, no, they don't. So we will wait until she is out of the washroom, and then we will have Carlie come in, and she's going to take a pregnancy test, and we will find out if she is expecting from that woohoo. She's like, can you please excuse me? I'm trying to use the loo. Please go out. She is not pregnant. Okay. So that woohoo did not get her pregnant, but obviously they can continue to try. I think that Archibald is like, I, would love to try again for another baby. And she's like, really? And he's like, I just think that it would be good for, Godfrey to have a sibling. And she's like, well, Godfrey does have siblings because I have other children, and he's like, you know what I mean? I would like for Godfrey to have a sibling with my blood. And she's like, I don't necessarily know what that means. And he's like, well, there's something that I need to tell you about me. And she's like, what is that? And he's like, I am, of a special, I'm special. And she's like, what does that mean you're special? And he's like, let's go have a little bit of time in the shower together and I'll explain it all to you. So they're going to go have a little bit of special time together, but he wants to let her know. He's like, I am... Look at him serenade her. Like, he is so smitten with her. They were going to go have some shower time together, but nobody will stay out of the bloody bathroom. So maybe they won't actually go in there and have any shower time together because, honestly, like, can you please get out and let them have some time together? Yasmina, out. So they're going to go in here. They're going to have some shower time together. And honestly, Yasmina, can you not see that they are busy? Yasmina's like, I don't even care. It is what it is. Anyway, so they're in here. They're having some shower time together. He is telling her, obviously, as they're having some lovemaking, he's telling her how much he loves her and how special she is to him. And she's like, obviously smitten with him. But he's like, I have something that I want to tell you. It's really, really important. And she's like, okay. He's like, obviously, I think he's concerned. He's worried that she's not going to accept the news, that, she's not going to... really like very much what he has to say. But he's going to tell her that he is a vampire. He's going to ask her if he can drink from her. And she's like, drink from me? And he's like, what I have to tell you is that I am a vampire. And she's like, you're a what? And he's like, I'm a vampire. And she's like, what does that mean for me? And she's like, you know what? Sure, I'll let you drink from me. So she's going to allow him to drink from her, and that's going to secure their bond even more because she's allowing him to drink from her. And she's like, this is very sacred. I hope you realize that. And he's like, it is very sacred. Okay, that's enough, Archibald. That's enough. And he's like, one day I would really like for you to become a vampire with me. And she's like, why would I do that? And he's like, honestly, I think that it would be good for you if you became a vampire because we could live in eternity together. And she's like, I see. She's like, I'm gonna have to think on that. And he's like, you take all the time you need. And she's like, okay. He's like, but just know that you're not getting any younger. And she's like, that's not funny, Archibald. And he's like, I'm sorry. That's a bad joke. So she's going to go in here. I'm going to have her go ahead and take a pregnancy test. Can you put this baby down and go in here and take a pregnancy test? And she is once again eating for two. And so she's going to tell Archibald that she is expecting. Once again. And he's like, are you really? And she's like, I am. And he's like, oh my God, that is so great. And he's so excited about the fact that they're expecting. She can't believe it, but he is really, really excited. I think, honestly, she's excited too. She is, as we know, very in love with him. So I think that she, she's happy about this news. She is, happy to make him happy. Yasmina's like, you're going to have another child? And he's like, we are. And she's like, well, congratulations. And he's like, yeah, this is great news. I can't wait to expand my family. And she's like, the fact that you could even say that sentence with a straight face when you're not supposed to be having a family is beyond me. So obviously they are going to expand their family, and he's like, Yasmina, we've got to talk to Mom. And she's like, about what? And he's like, I want her to become a vampire. And she's like, well, she can't become a vampire while she's pregnant. And he's like, I realize that, but once she has the baby, I really want her to become a vampire. I want her to live with me in eternity. And Yasmina's like, oh, you're going to have to, you're going to have to talk to Mom about that. I don't know if she's going to be keen on that idea. And he's like, I think Mom will be fine with that idea. I think that she'll completely understand where I'm coming from. And Yasmina's like, I hope you're right. She's like, I would do it myself for you if I could, but I just don't have that kind of power. And he's like, I understand. So they're going to talk to Elise Marie, and they will see if Elise Marie will turn Carlie into a vampire. Obviously, they're hoping that will be the case, and that she will, turn her for them, and that he'll be able to spend his life in eternity with Carlie because he loves her. He wants to spend eternity with her. He's hoping that Carlie will say yes to this proposal of spending their lives together. No, they won't be married, but they will be able to live together in eternity as vampires, and he's hoping that she will accept this and she will say yes to this. So we'll see if she says yes. We'll see if she wants to go ahead and do that. And hopefully she will want to be in his life with him for eternity. I don't know if they'll continue to have more children once she becomes a vampire, if she becomes a vampire, but we'll just have to see how things go. And I don't know. We'll just have to see. But what is wrong with you, child? Oh, you're dirty. Okay, well, maybe we can get him to give you a bath. Can you give her a bath? I know she's not your child, but, I mean, she desperately needs a bath. So if you could give her one, that would be fantastic. Can you give her a bath? Toddler care, give a bath. He's like, I can give her a bath. That'll be fine. I don't mind taking over and taking care. We love that for you. The fact that you're stepping up and taking care of this child is fantastic. No, you're not going to do it? Okay, let's try again. Can we give a bath to this little one? Come on, give her a bath.
What's up, Dip?
He's like, come on, let's go take a bath. Your mom is asleep right now. We need to give you a bath. Oh my God, this child is so dirty. Okay, you know what? Let's just cheat this. It's fine. All right. Can you go to bed? You're clearly tired. But this is where we are going to go ahead and leave off this episode. We have just found out that Archibald and Carlie are expecting again. We have entered into December of 1386. We have finished up this part of 1386 Part B. We have had our births that have come down the way. We are just going to go ahead and I am going to show you the children, Esme, Finn, and Bryce, and what their makeovers have turned out to look like. Then I am going to go ahead and end this episode. So thanks so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next one. But until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.